There's a track on the album, that Racial Treason, that I referred to. I mean that.
Yeah, it's an interesting story behind that one. That one started off as it's actually called on the album Racial Treason the retrial because I redid it. The original version was a Michael Jackson diss. I was a big fan of Michael in the Off the Wall days, and you know, as most people were. And I used to love him with the old bow tie and that. And then obviously he did Thriller, and the bow tie went missing. I was like, oh, where's the bow tie? So I thought we'd give him a blight. And then Bad came out, and it was like, okay, now what? What's this with the buckles? and the jackets with, you know, looking a bit funny. What's going on here? What's with that hairstyle? And then he did Black or White, and I was like, right, that's it, pen, paper, and I went to task on him. But I was learning in the studio as well, so you can actually hear more so my development as a recording artist on the album,
Okay.
and that was one of the tracks where I wasn't happy with the delivery and sort of redid it, rewrote it, made it the subject matter a bit wider. But yeah, it was sort of calling out. uh, It was as Johnny said, it's like the album's quite honest. Listening back to it, we were very honest in the way that we sounded, being ourselves at a time when there was a lot of artists who were coming out and they were sounding American and whatnot. And I've got to say, hats off to Johnny D because he was the one. I used to do all that American rap and whatnot, and I was very um, determined. I would say, no, no, this is how hip hop sounds, so therefore you must sound like this. Johnny's like, no, no, no. And he was the one who pointed me to people like Cookie Crew and London Posse and Demon
Yeah.
Boys and all of that stuff. So we started listening to those guys in the 80s, you know, and seeing them guys perform and all of that kind of stuff. So by the time we hit recording, we were already doing that stuff. Um, which in hindsight, I'm so glad that we were. And as a result, we're one of those groups who were in the first wave of actually doing that in the recording. It's just so happens that people didn't hear it at the time and they're hearing it 30 years down the line.